YouTube? Today is the first day of Diaz Lawn Care Services. I booked, surprisingly, this week about 4 new clients off of a Facebook hack that I thought it would work, but didn't realize it would work as well as it did. It is currently 6:57 a.m. I stopped to get something to drink, an energy drink, because I'm up early than normal. And I quoted this lady, and I want to walk through this for anyone that's like a beginner, right? Like you're freshly just got some equipment, you want to go out, you want to start making some money. This is what this video is going to be. So it's going to be like for beginners. Like I'm a beginner, this is my first yard, I'm going to go cut for someone that is not myself, right? So this morning, also, I'm going to leave a link below to a application that I'm using that has helped me kind of get organized, and even just for $9 a month to start out. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. So the first appointment today is at 7:30. I left early so I can walk the property when I get there. The sun is not out, as you can see, like it's just about to come out. So what I would like to say is that you gotta step outside of that comfort zone. You gotta do things that are uncomfortable. And for me, this is a moment of, you know, hey, is this something that I'm gonna really be passionate about, or am I gonna go out there and am I gonna dread it, right? Like, but I feel like with the skills that I have when it comes to customer success or customer service, I think I'm gonna excel in that. It's how am I gonna provide that wow factor when I'm cutting the yard and I'm paying close attention to what I'm doing. But I wanted to document it across the whole way. So if you land on this video and you say, okay, cool, like I want to get started, I don't know how, this is what, you know, Mr. Diaz did, this is what Felix did, and I want to showcase that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the camera, head over to our first location, because it is now 7 a.m. Sunrise is at 7:26 a.m. Here in Florida. So I'm getting ready, and right now the current temperature is 58 degrees. So I got my hoodie, my gloves, all my stuff in the back, and I'm gonna show you my rig, how I'm doing this essentially from the beginning. So if you like the video, make sure to like it, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. What's going on, guys? I just got back from cutting my first lawn. Now, the reason there is no footage is because I was a little nervous of setting up my tripod, but I wanted to give kind of some input and the tools that I'm using. So I'm gonna go in the garage and kind of just show you everything that I used today. And I'm gonna say I should have known better, but I didn't know better because it was my first time going out there. So I had my Cobalt 40 volt max. So this is it right here, 40 volt max, right? Extended run. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, if it wasn't for that extended run, I probably wouldn't have finished that yard today. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because you guys know I'm running the model of Ego mower, and I need to get the thing that spits out the grass on the back end because it kept clogging it up. And I was nervous because I bought the mower for $100 on Facebook Marketplace, and then I bought a battery, which, mind you, the lady was super sweet and let me charge the battery like midway through the cut. So even though I got a significant amount of cut and cut time, the battery died on me in the middle of the yard. So I reached out there and said, hey, while I'm edging up the sidewalks and I'm doing things, can I charge this right there? So one, I thought it was unprofessional. I wouldn't do that in the future. So I'm definitely gonna try to get a 7.5 amp battery. And on top of that, have that, but always bringing my charger tool just in case. I don't ever want to do it again, but just in case, because I felt like I wasn't prepared. But we blew everything with the 615 CFM blower by Ego. I'm going all Ego right now. The only thing I don't have yet, which was kind of annoying, was the Cobalt trimmer. Like after getting so much weeds and cutting it and then having to take off the top, stringing it again, I'm definitely gonna start looking for the Ego Self one where you like put in the wire or the trimmer wire or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That, and then it feeds it automatically, and it probably cuts back a significant amount of time while I'm out on the job. Now, this job took about an hour, so 45 minutes to an hour, but the lady was super impressed with my work, and it was fun being out there, man. Like, I work from home, I'm in an office a lot of times, but getting your first yard or your first client and them coming out and like praising your work, there's no better feeling. Also, I got some time to put on a podcast and listen to things while I'm mowing and while I'm working and, fine tuning the edge on how I wanted it to look, trimming it up. The yard looks incredible. If you guys want to see it, head over to my Instagram account. It's at Diaz Lawn Care Services, and you can take a look at it. I will set up the tripod at my next job, and I will show you kind of like how I start. So I don't know if there's a technique for you guys out there, but for me, I like to, use my weed eater and get as much of the weeds up and everything like that, edge, everything around, and then come in and mow at the end. It's just a cleaner look for me. It works for me. It may not work for you, but let me know in the comment section. I'd like to know. And, but super excited. And also, here is a tip of this video. So if you are a beginner and you don't have money for ads and you don't have money to promote yourself on Google or your Angie's List or Yelp or Job or whatever it is, right? This is what you need to do. You need to go into your local Swip Swap on Facebook Marketplace. You need a Facebook, so if you don't have one, get one. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab pictures of your recent work and you're gonna list it as a service in the marketplace. So it could be a picture of your lawnmower, it could be a picture of a yard, whatever it is, right? And put lawn care services and mark it at the starting price point of $35. What happens here? You typically don't get anyone that doesn't want to pay the $35 or above, in my perspective. So all the yards that I have currently booked for this week are 45 and up. I have one client who signed up for a $100 monthly service for their yard that they have. Now, I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, I know that I value my time, and I know that I think I do a pretty good job. And you'll see on Instagram, if you go check out my page, it'll be linked in the description. If you go to the page, you'll see that we do good work. And right now it's only me, but small steps, right? You gotta get through it. You got to go through it to get through it to get out of it. So every time you hit that lawn and every time you go, you get better and better and better and better. So I wanted to drop this little nugget here. Sorry I didn't post it, but you got a little early morning time. And you got me back, and then also sharing the tools that I picked up off on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to make another video on how much all the stuff that I have was and how I got started as far as like the price, all it took. So remember, the first step's the hardest step. Once you take that first step, anything is possible. You're alive with a person, you are loved, and I hope you guys have an incredible week.